The peace of the Lord be with you, church. How are you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good night. However you're listening to this. This is the realm of glory. And we are dispensing the second wine, the superior intelligence of God. In Eden, we would see that mankind, the man and the woman, they lost access to the will of God. Genesis 3:22 to 24. But now in position, we are now having to rekindle this word of God that is being dispensed for those that know their God. Daniel 11:32. You will begin to do what you renew your strength and you will do exploits. Today we are looking at receiving the grace when needed. The theme of administration is the intercessor. What is grace? We keep saying the grace of God is grace that brought us so far. It is the grace of God that will lead us in continuation of our journey. But what is grace? Grace is God's help received when needed. It is the precise help that God gives you in your season of need. We have a lot of biblical texts to back up our teachings today. You meet us in the book of Luke 1:26 to 28, Genesis 18:16 to 33, Exodus 17:11 to 13, Proverbs 15:8. And then we began to look at Revelation 12:17, John 2:1-11. Grace. How are we linking grace to intercession? The biblical text we reviewed, we saw in Genesis 18:16 to 33, and Abraham, who was interceding for Sodom. In his position, he became the intercessor for Sodom. Why? Because at that point in time on earth, he was the only person that was in accordance with God's will. How did we start the protocol of intercession? When Noah came out of the ark, Noah did a sacrifice because everybody on the earth were sinful. We're here in Genesis 6. And then God saw Noah and God was pleased with Noah. So of all the creation on earth, there was just one creation, one person in position doing the will of God. God told man, cultivate and guard the land, do the will of God and protect it from further infiltration. They failed that in Eden. Now we saw one man, Noah, in position doing God's will. What is this protocol demanding from us? There is an idea that people have of the will of God. We do things we call good. But remember that the second altar is the altar of good and bad. And then there is the altar of the will of God. What it means is that something is good or bad if it is in accordance with the will of God. You cannot say that you gave someone a cup of water. It is a good act, isn't it? But if